Hello and welcome to U.S. Government and Politics. This course is the culmination of all the social studies subjects you have ever had from kindergarten through your junior year. Everything you have ever learned in social studies has been preparing you for this class. The government has invested a great deal in your education for one simple reason, so that you can be an informed participant in our democratic process. As you enter society as an adult, you are given new freedoms, but you are also expected to take on many serious responsibilities. Democracy is not a spectator sport. Civic responsibility demands active participation. This course will help you appreciate the significant role you play in our democracy and will give you the analytical tools you need to help you make the right political decisions. Politics matters. Decision makers of the 21st century are facing difficult choices regarding American democracy and the scope of our government. Only by actively joining your voice to the great, quote, "we the people," end quote, can we be sure that democracy continues to guide our nation's future. I want you to succeed in this class, and everything you should need to know about this class can be found in the syllabus, but I also wanted to give you just a brief outline of some of the things that may be helpful to you. First, be on time. Seriously. I know every teacher tells you this, but it's going to be very important in this class because we're going to be doing a lot of group exercises and discussions that don't work as well if people aren't here on time. I'll expect you to be doing the bell ringer from the minute you get into the class. Do your socializing in the hallways. You are on the clock from the minute you pass the threshold of my classroom door. If you finish your work before the end of the period, I will give you time to socialize then. But business first. Another tip, bring some personal headphones. We'll be having a blended classroom, which means that you'll be doing both regular exercises using pen and paper and whatnot, but there will also include many tasks that you're going to do on the computer. There will be video and audio files to listen to, and I will ask you to use headphones so there's not a huge din of noise in the room. Now, don't go and con your parents into buying the latest Beats because you have to have them for the class. You aren't going to be listening to any kind of laser precision equalizers or whatnot. You're going to just simply be listening to some computer audio. So get some cheap earbuds. I've seen them at the dollar store. You know, in case they get crushed or lost or whatever, you won't be too put out about it. And I don't recommend using or sharing earbuds. That's just kind of gross. Another tip. If you don't understand, just ask. Now, I know I can be pretty scary from a distance. I don't know, maybe it's the suit. But if you talk to me, I can be a pretty nice guy. I'll do my best to get to know each and every one of you and develop a relationship that benefits your education, but you've got to meet me halfway. If you have any questions or problems, you've got to speak up. This is what we call self-advocacy. And if you go on to college or to a job, you've got to develop that habit of self-advocacy if you want to succeed in the world. Another tip. We are technology friendly in this class. Go ahead, feel free to bring in your own personal electronics that may help you with your studies. This includes laptops, iPods, smartphones, whatever, etc. Your own electronic devices. They're all welcome, provided they are not abused. It is my expectation that you will use the items that you bring in appropriately. That is that they are going to be used as tools to enhance your education, not to distract you from it. If you bring in an electronic, you're implicitly agreeing by doing that to the following. 1, that you'll only power on when appropriate. And 2, you will agree to keep the electronic on your desk, having the screen visible at all times, and you are consenting to allowing me to view anything that's on your screen at any time that you are in my class, as long as that device is on. Okay? Remember, this is not mandatory that you bring in electronics, but you're welcome to if you have it, provided that you don't abuse the privilege. That being said, I reserve the right to withdraw that privilege to one or even all, in my sole opinion, if that privilege is being abused. Which brings me to the next tip. Don't be that guy. Don't be the guy or girl who ruins it for everyone. Given that you're now seniors, I assume you'll be responsible and conduct yourselves in an adult manner. I'll treat you with the commiserate amount of respect and latitude I would for an adult, provided you act like one. This class is a community. As such, I expect you to not only conduct yourselves with maturity and respect, but also you must police what others are doing in your own community. If you see someone doing something wrong, I encourage you to stop them before it's brought to my attention. We are trying to foster a civic responsibility in the students, and this begins in the classroom. In society, it is our business to get involved and right the wrongs in the world. If not, ultimately there'll be consequences for everyone. In his book, A Vindication of Natural Society, Irish political philosopher Edmund Burke famously said, quote, "All that is needed for evil to flourish is for good men, or women, to do nothing," end quote. So don't just ignore the person cheating or the one texting his girlfriend instead of doing his work. I tend to make an entire class suffer consequences for the transgressions of a few, or even just one. Is that fair? You betcha, because chances are someone knew the problem was going on and remained complicit and silent. So tell those wrongdoers to stop. If they don't, then you come to me. If you do nothing, then you are part of the problem. And it is the same in society. If you aren't part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Another tip, keep an open mind. We're going to be charting some new territory here, both for you and for me. You're going to also hear opinions you're not used to hearing. Remember, people have a right to have opposing viewpoints. Don't judge ideas before you really carefully consider them fully. Also, we're going to be trying new things, and in my opinion, new exciting ways of doing things. Keep an open mind to change. You just might grow to like it. Here's another tip. Grades are temporary. Dishonor is forever. We have a new honor code for CCISD, but the only real honor code is the one that's in your heart. Maintain your principle of honesty and don't sell out for something so fleeting as one grade in one course in high school level. Would you rather get a few extra points on your GPA or have a permanent reputation as a dishonest cheat? And that's going to follow you into college and perhaps even into your work life. In Jim Henson's fantasy movie, The Labyrinth, there was a thing called the Bog of Eternal Stench, in which if you stick one toe into it, you'll stink forever. And cheating is like that. Yeah, or even better, don't even go there. And my last tip is keep your head in the game. I realize this is your senior year and you're distracted by a million other things than high school, such as moving on with your life. But don't forget, it ain't over until it's over. Think about the hard work you've put in up to this point, and don't quit just before the finish line. Remember, too, that you have to pass this class to graduate. I really hope you're going to have a great time in this class, have a lot of fun and learn a lot, and I look forward to working with you.